What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. Finally. Oh, I like your background there.
Oh, the little
Little.
little shark and squid hat I got going on.
Oh, the squid. Okay, I was wondering what that green thing was. Hell yeah! I saw one of
Yeah,
your pictures in your Instagram. You had. I think you were wearing that.
the I
Weren't you
think I
wearing that
posted it
one?
on Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking about wearing it to the field one day
Oh
just to
shit.
mess around.
Right. Hell
hmm
yeah. Well, welcome to the podcast, dude.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Yeah. I dude, this is like so the one that came out this morning was I did with Helio
hmm
Airsoft. The one before that was Brim Airsoft. I met both those guys through MrOT, and
Wow.
now you. So, like for three of them in a row, in fact, me and Haley out were talking about it on the podcast. Like, bro, this guy is on a roll. Like we're mentioning him for the last three podcasts. He's like knows everybody.
I heard Mr. OT about 2 hours ago sent me that clip of Hell Yeah mentioning me, and I was like, oh, it's my turn. I get to be on the podcast.
Yes, hell yeah, man.
hmm
It's cool to have you on here, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, we this is our third time trying to be on here. I
hmm
think the first
Yeah,
time
I
we
had
had,
the same issues you were having the
dude,
first time. Yeah.
it's so
Uh,
wild.
our internet got knocked out, and I was like, really?
I know. And then mine started doing that, and I was driving home from work, and
hmm
it was raining so hard, people were going like 30 miles an hour on the freeway because you couldn't see, even with their
Oh yeah.
wipers on like full blast. People were stopping under bridges and shit, and so I got home and I was like, okay, we still had power. And then 10 minutes after I got home, it went out and then came back on. Then my internet was out. And
Yeah.
then right after I texted you, because I had another podcast set up for that night as well,
hmm
I texted you and Rice and was like, bro, I can't even get on here. Like, not long after, within an hour after that, the power was out the whole night till the next morning. So,
Wow.
oh, yeah. So, anyway, but
Yeah.
I'm glad we made it finally.
Oh yeah. I'm happy too.
Cool,
It's
man.
great to be here.
I saw you now when I first did the podcast with Mr. OT.
hmm
He had mentioned you because you guys play together at the same field and stuff, right?
Yes. That's originally where I met him. That's how
Okay.
me and him became like best of friends. Is through airsoft, through field play. We just met one on one. It was like, hey, you're cool, and that's how it came to be. We just ended up just talking more and more.
That's
It
cool.
ended
And then
up going to like places.
I saw you on the live stream you guys did together on
Oh
Instagram.
yeah,
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 it was you and him, and there was somebody else on. There was four of you on it at once. There was a girl on there, and I can't remember.
yeah.
I follow
I
her
think
on Instagram.
I don't remember her name from the top of my head, but
Yeah.
that was a live stream where I just got home from work and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go bother them. I'm just gonna I'm gonna join in and see if they accept me. And I just ended
Oh,
up
that's
being my
awesome.
goofy self. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
hmm
I think that's when I sent you the message about being on.
Oh yeah. I think the that night. Yes, you did.
Yeah. Hell yeah, cool. So you met Mr. OT and been hanging out with him for a while, playing together.
About 2 years, 2.5
Okay.
years. Yeah.
So you
So
guys live really like fairly close, like in the same
yeah,
town,
we
or?
do about 20 minutes away from each other.
Oh, that's nice.
hmm
Hell
So
yeah.
it's really nice that especially the community that we're part of, like all the close friends, Red, Mr. OT, Scott, we're all in a good vicinity to each other, which is nice.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. You always have
hmm
somebody to hang out with
Oh yeah,
when you go
we're
to the
the best
field.
of family.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So how did you get your shark bait nickname?
Oh geez, I think it was just out of the blue. It was like because my favorite childhood movie that I watched like every day almost as a kid was Finding Nemo.
Oh
and
shit.
the call sign they gave Nemo was Sharkbait. And I was like, you know what? Let's go back. Let's go back memory lane, and that'll be my call sign. And it ended up sticking.
That is cool. I totally forgot that that was his nickname in the movie. My kids used, we watched that movie 100
Hmm.
times as well, and so yeah, I forgot about that. That's cool because you actually have a clownfish, right?
Yes, I do. I have a pet clownfish, and I have just an oddball of animals, I would say, because when I was growing up, my mother was allergic to pretty much everything with fur. So dogs,
Mm,
cats, rodents, etc. So as a kid, I was like, you know what? Fish and lizards. So that's still what I have. I have a pet lizard, a gecko, and I have my aquariums.
that is
So I
cool.
ended up, you know, I got a nice affinity for animals. So shark bait, have a pet clownfish. It's all working together.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, the
Hmm.
I saw one of your posts on your Instagram. You had your crab. You have a pet
Oh,
crab, and
have a pet crab as well.
he raised his thing
He
like he was
raised
saying
his hand.
hi.
Yeah, I waved at him, and I was like, "No way!" And he waved his claw and waved back. I was
Get
like, "Oh,
out of here.
yeah."
That is crazy.
Smarter than we think.
Probably,
Hmm.
probably smarter than me for sure. This thing life, I'm just winging it. Okay. I told my
Oh,
kids that when
same
they were
here.
young. I was like, "There's no manual for this shit, bro. Okay, we're just winging it. All right."
Oh, that's how it was for me. I'm young. I'm 22, and that's how it was. I was like, "Here's the adult life. Good luck. Yeah, have fun. Knock yourself
Yeah,
out." I'm still learning things every day.
for sure. Yeah,
Hmm.
me too, man. Well, I think that's one of the things I really enjoy about doing this podcast is
Hmm.
I'm learning so much, just in general about airsoft and other things, whether it's rock bands or, different, 'cause
Hmm.
people to have different backgrounds and different tastes in music and art and all kind of shit. And I'm like, they'll say something, I'm going, wait, what is that?
Oh
Explain
yeah.
that, like, dude, I'm learning. It's really cool. That's one of the things I enjoy about it for sure.
Oh yeah. And I enjoy pretty much. I don't do podcasts myself, but this being in airsoft, it allows you to branch out. You go to new fields and stuff. You meet new people. When MrOT met Helio, I was able to meet Helio, and we became good friends as well. Meeting Joker, meeting. I haven't met Brim yet. I still need to meet Brim. Apparently, I'm his number one fan,
I
or he's my
know.
number one fan, or
He's your
whatnot.
number one fan. Yeah.
Yeah, we're both fans of each other.
Well, when I was talking to Hell Yeah, it was he was like, yeah, I played drums and I grew up in
Hmm.
foster care and played drums. And I was like, what the fuck? That's the same. Like Brim has the same story. He's a drummer, and I never met so many drummers in such a short time. Because most people, growing up, like, well, when I grew up in the '70s and '80s, so
Hmm.
with those bands, it was like everyone wanted to be the guitarist, Eddie Van
Oh yeah,
Halen and the shit like that. And then
I
there
grew
was
up
a
a bit
handful.
differently.
They were, there was a couple of guys that wanted to be drummers, that like
Hmm.
Neil Peart from Rush
Hmm.
was a real, great drummer. And of course, later on with Metallica with the double bass and all that kind of stuff. But most of us want to be guitarists because
Hmm.
that's who was in the front of the stage on concerts and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
you know,
I grew up playing saxophone and clarinet. I was the
oh
jazz
shit,
kid. I grew up in jazz
yeah.
band. Yeah.
Do you like jazz music today?
uh Not necessarily. I was more of forced into it as a
Yeah,
curriculum in high school and middle
yeah.
school.
Well,
So,
the guy I work with, he loves that's his favorite music is jazz.
oh yeah, it's nice and peaceful, especially those jazz solos. It gets you pumped.
Yeah, I know. He was listening to some music because I have a wide range of or broad taste, I guess, in music, from classical to gospel and like praise and worship songs and stuff. I love that kind of music, but I also love
Yeah.
metal and like industrial kind of like Ministry and Nine Inch Nails
Oh
and shit
yeah.
like that, and like the heavier stuff, Pantera, and then and he'll play some of this stuff at work, and I'm like, bro, This is not the day for it. Okay, it's so relaxing. Like I can't get any work done. I'm just like,
It's the chill music. I was
right.
speaking of metal, I think my favorite band, still his favorite band, is Dragon Force.
Nice.
Yeah, that gets me pumped throughout the day. I listen to that on the way to work.
I
I
hear
don't
you.
need an energy drink when you have Dragon Force.
I know. For real. Well,
Hmm.
I still need coffee in the morning. I'll tell you that. I wake up and I'm just like, uh, coffee.
I, for one, am drinking Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay. The blue, what is that? The
The
Mountain Blast
Voltage.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the Voltage one. And I made
voltage.
myself, it's funny, I just got done like finishing making dinner like 5 minutes before the podcast started.
Nice.
So I
What'd you?
made myself some stir fry, some
Oh,
beef
nice.
stir fry. Yeah,
Okay.
I cook a
What'd you
little
put
bit
in it?
too. It's just basic, just peppers, carrots, rice, of course. Just the basic stuff right here.
Oh, it's beautiful. Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
So it's all fresh. You cut up all that stuff and then
And
cook it
then
up.
just mix it together. Yeah, really
Oh
quick and
yeah.
easy meal.
Yeah, that's. I always joke about. I hate cooking. I've said that so many times on these podcasts, and so one thing I am good at cooking is stir fry. It's so easy. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's not the greatest. Like it's pretty bland because I don't know how to mix in
Hmm.
all the flavor, whatever, herbs and whatever you call that shit. Okay, all these different ingredients. I just put
Yeah.
the peppers and onions and the whatever. I know how to saute that shit, and I know how to make rice.
Yeah.
So and cut up
A
some
little bit of
chicken and
grain and
cook it.
water.
All
Boom, there it
right,
is.
I'm saying. Well, years ago, I used to cook for myself like a whole. Um, I would get the biggest bag of chicken they had, dump it in this. I bought this giant Pyrex that barely fit in the oven. Dump the whole bag of chicken in there. Hit the button, turn on for an hour, let it cook. Add a
Hmm.
rice cooker. Dump the rice in there, whatever. I didn't measure anything. I just dumped it in, put some water in, and closed it and started it. And those were my meals for the whole week. I cooked one night a week, and that's what I ate every day,
Oh yeah.
breakfast, dinner, whatever.
That's how it is for me. I have dinner for 5 nights now. I have a tub of just whatever's left.
Oh yeah,
So save some money. You need to nowadays.
dude, it was so cheap for me to cook that way. So
Hmm.
years ago, my wife and I were split up. This is a long time ago. We had separated for a little while, and when I was living on my own, that's why I cooked all that stuff. I would
Hmm.
just cook one night a week because I didn't like cooking every night. Whatever, I just throw it in there, be done, easy to go, easy. And like 2 nights a week, I would eat dinner somewhere out, you know.
Hmm.
But that took care of me through work the whole time. I was like, man, this is great. It's so cheap.
Hmm.
I just, rice is cheap as hell. The chicken was, kind of expensive, but rice and vegetables, man.
Yeah, it's the way to go. That's what I'm learning now. So I'm growing up into things are slowly raising in price. So I'm
Yeah,
had to learn very quickly of how to meal plan.
for real.
Oh yeah.
That helps. Well, that's good. You know how to cook and everything. Did your mom
Hmm.
teach you?
No, it's YouTube has been my friend. I grew up with a single mother my entire life. So YouTube has been my friend, just teaching me everything, oil changes and
Yeah.
everything like that.
It's amazing, man. I have in previous podcasts where I'm talking,
Hmm.
certain things have come up like when they started demonetizing like gun channels or airsoft channels and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I've made comments about like, oh, YouTube, sucks, whatever, because of that stuff.
Hmm.
But in general, man, YouTube, the way, the platform where they allow people to upload all this stuff where we can learn from, bro, it is freaking an amazing tool. Like I just did, I had to change some stuff on I have an old Jeep, Grand
Hmm.
Cherokee, 96, and I do all my own work. Oh, I've done all my own work on my cars forever, but YouTube videos, man, I'm telling you. got me through
It's
so
the
many
way to
tough
go.
spots.
Oh yeah,
It's awesome.
definitely. YouTube and my friends, they've
Oh
gotten me
yeah.
through some tough spots as well. So
Hell yeah.
I'm
And there's
very,
so many
very
cooking
thankful.
channels too.
Oh yeah, that's how I learned how to do stir fry.
Yeah.
Typed in how to make it. There we go. Took
That's
the
great.
YouTube video to Walmart, my friendly neighborhood Walmart, and got all the ingredients and propped the phone up. I was like, there we go. It's great.
Dude, that's amazing.
hmm
Now, did you, were you, is that how you got into airsoft? You were watching YouTube videos and saw?
Um, Originally, I played airsoft in Texas,
Okay.
um, and that's where I used to live. And then we moved here, and I would say it was through YouTube a bit, but mostly just hearing it. Feel like, hey, we shoot each other for fun, and it's not messy. It's not like paintball.
Right.
Cool. That sounds awesome. That triggered my ADHD. Is like, wow, that's awesome. I want to shoot people too. Do a
Hell
little bit
yeah.
of research, and here we are. You know, day by day. Not every weekend, but most weekends. You know, and that's how I met a lot of the people. A lot of my best, closest family members and friends was through airsoft. The
Yeah,
people that
that's
I can
cool.
relate to, because I tell people, especially, it's one thing I really love about airsoft is I'm a goofball and I'm an oddball. I'm all sorts of that, but everyone can be themselves when playing airsoft, which is like, and that allows the community to grow and everyone meets new friends here and there, and ended up ended up just me, especially me and Mr. OT, we ended up bonding on that situation of this airsoft is a great thing. We have similar interests, and you know, just airsoft in itself is just a great sport in general, especially with that friendly aspect.
Right.
And that's how I started, and that's how I stuck with it. Was
Now, your
people
first
going,
time going,
hmm
did you just go by yourself? Or
yeah,
did you
I
have a
just
friend
went
to
by
go?
myself.
No shit. You just
I
looked up a field or whatever and
Yeah, that's pretty much. I had my gear with me. I had one airsoft gun. I was like, you know what? I let's just do it. Let's just go because I didn't have many friends growing up, and most of the things, most of my hobbies, I just did by myself. Secluded.
mm,
And I decided one day I was like, you know what? Let's look up a few fields around the area, and Extreme popped up, and it's like, awesome, let's do this. Packed up all my things, went to Extreme, and that day, or it just was one of the best days of my life. That's where I met Mr. OT and a few other people here and there. It was just great. And ever since then, it's been growing. My collection has been growing, of course. Spending money that I don't need to on every airsofter's dream, apparently.
oh, dude. That is so there's definitely some common denominators with everyone I've talked with about
hmm
airsoft. It's the community welcoming, supporting that kind of
hmm
thing. And then uh they dump all their money. It's like a money pit. Like there's now it's this. Oh, and now oh I saw this one. Oh, you go to the field and then you see somebody else's rig or setup and you're like, "Oh shit. I got to get this now."
That's how I am. That's how yeah, it's pretty much every airsofter. They see something, they're I want to say like cavemen, monkey instinct. They're like, oh, I need that. That's cool.
For real. And then they got to go
Uh-huh.
try it out.
Yeah, that's pretty much yeah. That's how everything came to be. Spending money that I don't need to be spending.
Right. Now,
But
what's your main that you run now? What's your favorite gun you run?
oh, it's a double Eagle UTR. It's an M4 platform, and that has been my baby.
Okay.
I have a habit. Of I usually just stick with one airsoft gun and just keep it up. I don't like I want to say like I don't like rotating, with a lot of people like
Yeah.
doing like switching to M4 then going to AKs and going to like heavy machine gun style. I stick with one thing and I like. I love my
You
little
know,
M4.
yeah,
hmm
you know that it works. You're comfortable with it.
Oh
You
yeah.
get used to that one, and then You get it where it's working good, and,
Hmm.
and then just use that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not bad.
it's my little baby. And of
Oh
course,
yeah.
I got well, speaking of airsoft guns, I had this one's actually a gift from Will. The Novridge SSP one,
Oh,
little
nice.
green gas pistol. I
Yeah,
like it too.
that's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, the first Novridge pistol we had was the I want to say it's the SSX-23. Is that right? The
Not sure.
non-blowback. Remember the first pistol he came out with that was supposed to be like, I think somebody named it like the sniper pistol, whatever, because it could shoot so far. Like,
Oh
and
yeah,
Hot Baby is like super far.
hmm
I think it was the replica or the kind of built on the Mark 23 frame.
hmm
The military version that the Navy SEALs use, and because that's what it looks like, but it's non-blowback, which I loved. When these guys first got it, they hated it because they were like, "Yeah, it shoots good, but we want the blowback." But I was
Oh, they
like,
want the
"Bro,
realism.
look how quiet it is, and it came with that really long mock suppressor,
Oh, that
and
metal one, that aluminum one. Yeah.
yes, I mean it looked badass, but and it shot great and it was super quiet. I was like, man, this thing's badass, but and it's super efficient on gas because there's no blowback.
Hmm.
But yeah, they didn't like it too well. I did, but
I
so
like
that one
I like
there,
those little guns.
yeah, that one there is that a gas blowback?
This is green gas. Yeah, it's gas
Yeah,
blowback. My UTR is downstairs, but
yeah,
this is the only one I have upstairs right now. But it's fun to shoot in the backyard, and I just got to fix the mags on it. It's one thing that I've heard a lot of complaints about people is the
hmm,
you're probably gonna have to buy more or fix the mags. I need to tighten something because the air leaks a little bit. But
oh,
other than
okay,
that, it shoots great.
gotcha.
Hmm.
Yeah, is that what you use as your sidearm, your
Oh,
secondary?
I actually don't use a sidearm. I like running as light as possible. I'm not much of a speed softer type person, but
Yeah,
I like to run. I like to be that guy to get from here to here in 10 seconds, so
yeah,
I have my chest rig and whatever, camo I have on. I try to be as light as possible. So I usually just have the M4.
okay,
Hmm.
yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I got those, what are they? The EMP mags, the ones that hold the mid caps that hold 250 rounds.
oh right,
I have
yeah,
four of those, and that's all I run.
oh that's great. Yeah, I love mid caps, dude.
Oh yeah.
I hate that winding, the high caps. Having to wind them all
Hmm.
the time.
You have to hold on.
Yeah, right.
Hmm. The
Yeah,
EMP mags are expensive, but they're awesome.
I was just gonna say that these guys got a few of them, and man, what a difference! When we
Hmm.
tried them out, I could tell a huge difference with those.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're fantastic mags.
So what's your loadout? So you run the Double Eagle M4. You got
Yeah.
the EMP mags.
You mind if I run downstairs and get it real quick?
No, dude, we're recording. I'll just cut this out.
Awesome. Here, I'll
Yeah,
go get it
yeah.
real quick.
All right.
Yeah. So I run. This is my chest rig. It is very tiny.
Oh wow. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It holds. It has 3 slots for mags, and when you're
Yep.
running EPM mags, you know, 450 rounds just in the chest, or not 450, 650 about, or 750. And I have 2 front pockets that I keep just tools and stuff in, extra batteries, and I usually run this and like a high, like a little Camelback
Yep.
for water, and that's it. Whatever I can put in my pockets
Dude,
after
that
that,
is light.
and that and let's see, and of course, like I said, I swear I don't do speed soft, but I love this mask.
Oh, dude, those masks are great.
They really are. I put some teeth on it as well,
It
little
looks
shark teeth.
badass. Yeah.
Yeah, people joke that it looks like the Charlie Brown, like squiggly line stripe a little bit.
Okay.
But I
I guess
love
I
the
could see
mask.
that a little bit.
Yeah.
When you first
This,
showed it, I saw teeth as well. So
oh yeah, it's great.
not, yeah.
This is my Double Eagle UTR. Yeah, Double Eagle has really changed from a company that like just mass produced really cheap springers and stuff
Yeah.
to a company that actually makes really decent starter airsoft guns.
Okay.
So this is the gun I run. It's Double Eagle UTR,
Looks awesome.
and built in MOSFET, programmable trigger, and everything.
Oh, that's nice.
So I just run this, and it's polymer because I like being as light as I
Right.
can be, and just this and that. That's
Is that
all
the
I run.
trigger? Did that trigger come with it, or did you change it
Yes, it
out?
did.
Okay.
This one right here.
Yeah,
This.
I like those.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's the flat faced one.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
That is cool. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you use LiPo, if it had a LiPo setup or whatever.
Oh yeah, I use the 7.4 LiPo,
Oh man, those are nice. They're
and
so tiny.
oh yeah, and because I run that small chest rig, because the batteries are tiny, I could just put a few in the front
Yep.
pockets, keep one in the gun, and 4 EPM mags gets me through all I need to.
Right.
Hmm.
Now, do you mostly play like one day events, or you do mil sims?
I I haven't done a lot of milsims. I've been to the last two Bone Strikes, and I've been
Gotcha.
to Iron Dagger. I enjoy milsims a lot. I really do, but I do like my field play
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Now, how was your first mil sim experience? The very first one you went to, how was it? Was it
Oh
fun?
my
Was it
goodness.
what you
I was
expected?
it was so great. I forgot where this location was. It was the Bone Strike 5, I believe,
Okay.
Bone Strike 4 or 5. That was at an abandoned hospital.
Oh shit.
I had such a blast there, and Will or MrOT has a bunch of the recordings of us there, and that was the most fun experience I've ever had playing airsoft. Was my first milsim.
No shit. That's cool.
Oh yeah, getting lost. uh, I actually at that place I fell through. I think it was on the second or third floor. I fell through a drywall, like wall. I went right through it like the
Oh
Kool-Aid man.
shit. Did you plan? You were planning on doing that, or is it
No, not
accidental?
at all. I was not paying attention
Oh
as I
shit.
was, and I tripped and went right through drywall, and a green guy was sitting on the other end, like.
Oh shit.
He's like, I don't know his name. I didn't get his name, but he's like, yo, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I think. Looks like
Holy shit.
I looked like I was covered in asbestos. I was just completely white
Uh-huh.
from the drywall, and that was such a fun experience. I broke way too much there. I hate saying that, but the place was condemned.
Oh my God,
I
that's
broke a
cool.
sink. I think, yeah, I broke a sink, broke a
Holy
mirror.
shit. What'd you do? Sit on it?
Yeah. I was like, I need to relax, and I like leaned back onto a sink in one of the lower story bathrooms, and it just completely collapsed. And I went, "Oh no!"
Holy shit. Oh my God. That's wild, dude.
I have way too much energy. It's one of the reasons why I love airsoft so much. Is like I said previously, I have pretty bad ADHD. Well, not
Yeah,
bad, but I have a lot of energy, and
that's
it's
good.
got it. It just the way that I can expel that in a very good way, and airsoft has been a huge like benefit, especially to my mental health as well.
Right.
And that was the reason why I originally got out. Like I said, I didn't have many friends, and I was kind of in a pit almost, not much
Mm,
depression, but just sad. And I was like, you know
yeah.
what? I hopped in my car, grabbed my airsoft gear or what I had with me, and just drove by myself up to the field, and it was the best decision I've ever made.
Holy shit, dude. Good for you,
Yeah,
man.
I
You
know, and
didn't
that was
wallow in the fucking pit of sorrow, you know?
I know, and that's how I met Mr. OT, and and then right after that, just blossomed, I guess. Just
Right.
little communities here and there, and he's the one who he told me I don't have my own YouTube channel, but he's the one who's been slowly making me like get. I didn't have any social media at all,
Oh,
and
really?
he was like, make an Instagram, and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'll make an Instagram, and apparently, me being in his videos, that's I was surprised how much I was actually in his videos until I looked through it, and I was like, wow, I'm in every single one.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that is yeah. It's good that you started your own. He's a great promoter for that. Like he's pretty tech savvy with the, and understanding the social media stuff, and he'll take that clip. He took the clip from the podcast that came out this morning with Helio. He
Mm-hmm.
took that clip and, cut it down or whatever, and put it up on his Instagram, and, a little explanation about the rap thing, because I was teasing him kind of on there, and then hell yeah, was like, I'm calling you out, OT. It was he's definitely, he's good with that stuff.
Oh yeah, and he got me. I don't know if I'm gonna regret it or not, but he made me make a TikTok. It's like, oh no. I'll do it. I'll post the
As you're
video.
not doing the all the little short dances everyone's doing on there. Okay.
Yeah. I still haven't made a YouTube channel, but I kind of like our chemistry that we have going on.
Yeah.
Just me and him in the videos.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're great.
Because apparently I am the contributor to a lot of the comedy.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was saying when I talked with him. He
Mm-hmm.
said you're like the comic relief part of his channel.
Pretty much. I am a goofball at heart.
Yeah,
And
that's good, man.
it's fun. It's fun to
Well,
be.
you were talking about the mental health thing. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly how I got into this whole thing, because I haven't played airsoft.
Oh yeah.
I played paintball. But this, I guess my aspect of it was, well, it's the same as yours. You got to play, which had fun, but the community, and all the people you met and everything kind of helped you want to come back and keep doing it. And
yeah.
the same thing happened with me. I didn't get to play, but I was starting to get comments and like talk with people on here, viewers of our channel and stuff. And I was like, dude, this is fucking cool, man. Like,
It's awesome. Yeah.
it is so cool. I've had a great time.
I like in high school, I wouldn't say well liked, but I didn't have much of a social aspect in high school. And like I said, I had many friends and stuff, but the community, I was like, that one day, I think it was a Sunday. Yeah, it was a Sunday after church. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw stuff in the car. I'm gonna drive up there. And like I said, it's the best decision I've ever made.
Dude,
I've met friends that have turned, and you know when you get those friends that pretty much turn into family.
Yep.
Yep, it's pretty much how it turned out to be, and we all support each other.
Right.
So it's a great community to be a part of.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's you guys have a lot of stuff going on with. It seems like you guys play a lot, right? Like pretty often.
Pretty often, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So I see a lot of pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's
of you
fun.
guys. Yeah.
We try to get out as much as we can because, like we both said, it is a great like outing that like helps mental health.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge benefit to get out and do something and just be able to hang out with people. Because at the end of the day, yeah, there's two teams split up and stuff shooting at each other. But, you know, when the game's over, everybody's laughing and talking. Hey, I shot you, you shot me, and stuff like
Yep.
that. It's all great, all laughs and smiles. Now, of course, there's like in every field or stuff, there's going to be those few oddballs here and there that get angry and
Sure.
stuff. But at the end of the day, everyone's friendly with each other. That's what I really
Right.
appreciate about Airsoft the most, is that community.
Yep.
Everybody's willing to help each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. Now, did you have any other hobbies outside of Airsoft?
Yes. I paint. I paint models and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me turn the camera a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
These two shelves right here. Let me get a little
Yep.
closer. But this whole shelf, this shelf, and the shelf over here are just filled with models that I've painted.
Are those 40 Warhammer?
Warhammer, yes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You're familiar with that?
Yeah. So I've never actually played the game, the board game.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of my friends in the past, like in real life, in person, friends,
Mm-hmm.
and also since I started doing these podcasts, there's a ton of people that I've talked with in the UK that are, you know, big into
Yep.
it, and they're always posting the, you know, their models that they paint and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking cool, and I'm interested in that because I used to paint models. Now, the plastic, you know, like military, like the tanks and the
Yeah, I still do that as
helicopters.
well.
You know what I'm saying?
I have here, have one right here. Just
Yep,
a little jet.
that's
And
cool.
that was my little hobby that I did well before I started Airsoft. You know, like I said, I was secluded pretty much, and that's what I did. I just went upstairs and painted and stuff, and I have that, and of course my fish tanks. I'm a
Right.
huge, I love it. I breed like corals and and just plants, like freshwater plants stuff in my room.
Okay, this
'Cause
might be a dumb question. What do you mean breed corals? I don't know anything about
uh,
that.
corals, depending on the coral, it's not much breeding, but more of the fact that as it grows, it's just like plants. You like cut a section off of it, and then that section starts growing.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm gonna be risky here and risk sounding dumber than I am. I had no fucking clue that coral was a living thing.
yeah, it is
Oh
it
my
is it
god,
is
I
pretty
feel
much an
so
animal.
dumb. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I thought it
it's
was a
great.
rock.
They look
Like I
like
thought
rock.
it was like right. It looks like rocks. I thought it was just like
Mhm,
leftover, like some kind of formation
mhm.
underground, and you know,
But
and
it's all living things, and
holy
I
shit.
I posted. I think I posted a few pictures on my Instagram. I need to post more because that's been one of my huge hobbies. I would say not my biggest hobby, but it's second to airsoft. I love taking care of my little animals I have because I have 3 tanks in my room
Wow.
alone, and I just love coming home to it. It's very relaxing.
So how do you like? What is the process for? Like, how do you grow coil or coral? How do you let it grow, or what do you have to do certain
It
things with it? Or,
Some are easier than others. Like some are just really difficult. Add the water chemistry has to be perfect, but there's some that
uh,
you know that like I said, as it grows and gets bigger, you just break a chunk off and throw that to the side, and that little chunk you just broke off starts growing into its own thing. Coral,
Jesus,
yeah, coral pretty much is just a dense area of bunch of
plants or
it's
like a
one
plant.
almost, but a bunch of like little microorganisms that are
Hmm.
together in one thing. So
Okay.
when you split a few off, those will eventually start growing into their own thing.
Huh.
So, mhm.
So I wonder, is it why is it so porous, or like all the holes and stuff? Is that so it can absorb water
um,
or something?
it depends on the coral. There's some that are like that you see in like Finding Nemo, like anemones and stuff. They're
Right.
the ones that there's some that are soft and they wave and but there's some that are they're called SBS. They're like hard and chunky,
Mm.
and those are really difficult to grow, but they just it's how they absorb nutrients from the water and stuff. Like as the water flows through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my first experience with coral was when I was in the military. So
Mm-hmm.
growing up, we grew up in Cleveland, Ohio area. We would go to Lake Erie, but I don't. As a child, I don't remember. I don't have a memory of going to an ocean. So, and if we ever did, there was no coral. I never experienced coral until I was in Okinawa, Japan.
Oh,
Well,
yep.
dude, talk about some crazy looking coral. I mean, it's beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was just rocks. We were walking out there and the stuff was cutting our feet. It was kind of rough. And, but it was beautiful. I remember my buddy and I were standing there drinking a beer and we're probably, it's just ankle deep water, not even that high.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like just barely in the water. Well, this white and black ringed snake comes out of the coral and swims between both of our legs and just goes out into the sea. And I had no clue. Now, this is 1991, and there was no internet. We didn't know what the fuck it was. We had to go look that shit up in the encyclopedia to see what kind it was. Well, we actually asked somebody, one of our buddies there, and he said it was some kind of sea snake or whatever. But it was a really cool moment. We're like, whoa, this is cool. But that was my first experience with, I guess, walking and, whatever in coral at the beach.
Yeah, and I live in Tennessee, so of course I'm not really anywhere near the ocean.
Right.
So I have a local fish store that I go to, and being able to contribute to, like, just because in like the open ocean, corals are slowly, like, the wildlife is slowly decreasing and stuff. So being able to have that little environment in your like just on your bedside table, just being able to look over and be like, that's cool.
Yeah. So you can grow. So coral will grow like that. So it's not. Is it not growing in the ocean right now? Is that?
It's having a hard time too because of course like plastic pollution and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's not as vibrant and spread out as it once was. It's still there.
Right.
But it's being saved by like hobbyists, by like me, for example, and millions of others who grow coral in their little tanks. I like my little reef tank. It's pretty much my tank it's about 10 gallons. It's just filled with just random assorted, fish and coral. Just like, for example, my clownfish.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the coral, do you have to have fish in there for it to grow, or
not necessarily?
Gotcha.
You feed coral like you would do any other creature. You just pretty much, has a little polyp and then grabs the food and stuff. It's weird. It's alien-like almost.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things in the ocean are,
Oh yeah, a lot of things they're still finding new species and stuff all the time.
Right. Did you ever see that? Who's the big time director? The movie director that's directed a bunch of shit. God, I can't think of his name. He directed Avatar.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name either. Yeah.
He went in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
He like funded this ocean pod, like a submarine pod or whatever you call it. And they went, I think it was supposed to go, I don't know if he went in it or it was just unmanned, but it was like supposed to be like the deepest, it went the deepest in the ocean that, anyone had ever gone or whatever, or anything had ever gone. And they were seeing crazy stuff that they had never, we've never seen before in the darkness.
I love when directors do that, like movie makers and filmmakers and like authors and stuff. They get their ideas, they just go out there. And that's what he did for Avatar, and the new one that's coming out, I believe, December.
Yeah.
The new one that's coming out, he like traveled to all these different places because the new Avatar movie that's coming out, it's based off the ocean. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Excuse me, I went down the wrong
oh,
side.
Yeah. When I took a sip of my drink before I ran downstairs, and half the soda went into my nose.
Oh
So I
God.
apologize. You heard me
Right.
coughing.
No, I actually didn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was, the ocean's always been fascinating to me anyway.
Hmm.
But, the coral thing, like yeah, I was clueless. There's a lot of things that I'm clueless about. That's why I like talking to people. Just learn
Oh, yeah.
something
Just learn new
fascinating.
things here and there. I love
Right.
doing that too. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
just my fascination with it all comes full circle. You know, my fascination with the ocean and just stuff that's, you know, how I got the name,
Yeah.
how the name came to be. I always
Baby
loved it.
shark.
You know, I think. I,
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you what you got to do. Go to one of your games with Mr. OT, okay? Tie that thing on your back like a backpack, right?
Mhm.
Your little baby shark. And then have one of those Bluetooth speakers mounted on like your shoulder, facing back or forward or on the side, and have baby shark music
Just
playing.
on full blast. You know, yeah, you're giving me ideas because Mr. OT knows full well that that is something I will do. Because I was
I would
thinking, I
love
have
that.
it. I have it on my like my list on Amazon. They have a baby shark backpack,
Oh, shit.
and I was thinking about bringing that and just loading like my gear into it that I bring
Yeah,
onto the field.
that would
But
be
the
awesome.
Bluetooth idea, I have a very loud, like neon blue looking Bluetooth speaker that actually matches the color of this.
Oh,
I
that's
just stick in
great.
one of the pockets and play Baby Shark on full blast.
That'd be awesome, dude. Everyone loves that song.
People are going to be terrified when they hear the music getting louder and louder, but they can't see they can't see me. They don't know
That
where
would
it's
be,
coming from.
oh my God, that'd be funny, dude.
Mhm.
Well, there you go.
There's a video idea when
There's the
Mr. OT
video.
sees this. Yep.
Yeah, Mr. OT, there's another video idea for you,
There's a
bro.
video idea.
Yes. And then he can make a rap song about it.
Yes, a Baby Shark rap. That's
Oh,
perfect.
shit.
I can't wait for my rap name, Little Shark, or Little Shark.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, man, it's been great talking with you.
Of course, it's been great.
Yeah, dude, I'm really well, first off, I'm glad that you didn't sit and wallow in sorrow, or just sit and be sad or whatever. You went out, you
Of course.
actually took action, and that's not to go off on a tangent, I guess, but a
Mhm.
lot of people don't realize if you're feeling down, depressed, whatever, taking action, doing something physical, right, whatever it is,
Mhm.
getting up and getting out. That
Mhm.
is a lot of times some of the best things you can do rather
Yep.
than staying at home. You got to get out of this,
And
you really got to get out.
I tell people, and every person I meet that is dealing with these issues, that everybody has these issues from time to time, but don't be
Right.
afraid to be yourself. Get out there, take action. Don't be afraid to go out and find your community to be a part
Hmm.
of. Either it's like I said, Warhammer, or going to your local game store, or either, or just getting online playing a video game.
Yep.
Being social. Don't close yourself in,
Right.
and you'll meet people. You'll meet people who you will love, and who will become family and friends. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a guy I've been a gamer my whole life, but there's a guy I still talk with on Xbox Live. We don't play as much as we used to together,
Mhm.
but when Gears 1 first came out, we
Oh
actually
yeah.
started a team that with him, and that's how, him and I, and we're friends today. Like, I could message him on Xbox, and this has been however long ago that, game came out, and we're still friends today. And we've never met
Met
in person.
I met one of my good friends, actually, like expect what you just said, through Xbox Live.
Yeah.
He actually lives here where I live.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, we've known each other for 9 years. We started playing Halo. That's how we met.
Awesome.
Through. Yep. So it's
Awesome.
all great.
Hell yeah. Did you see that clip with when I was talking to Brim? He has that Halo gun. He's a big
Yes,
Halo fan.
the assault rifle. Yes.
Yeah.
I was very jealous.
I was too, man. I was like, dude, that thing's badass.
I wanted to go on eBay, but we actually found it on eBay. And it's being bid. It's like, I don't have like $2,000, but
Oh my God. That's crazy.
people are bidding on it. People want it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, I appreciate you being on here. And
Oh, yeah,
it was
of
great
course.
talking with you and meeting you.
Of course. And it's has been a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. For sure. Well, I made a new friend. You know, that's
Of
how
course.
I look at it. Yeah. Who doesn't need more friends?
Of course. That's great. You're a great guy. I appreciate the podcast, really.
Oh, thanks, dude.
hmm
Awesome, man. Well, where can people find you online now that you have something?
My Instagram mostly. My Instagram or Facebook.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I'm most active on.
And what's the, is it Sharkbait?
Yeah. Tucker_Sharkbait or Tucker MC on Facebook.
Gotcha. I'll tag that in the video as well.
Awesome.
So. All right, brother. You have a good night, man. I appreciate you.
You have a good one. See ya.
Right.